itself. And then obviously I'd like to come to this actual walk itself that you're going to sample today. So I'm not going to ask who's aware of Walk for Health, because I presume you all will be. But obviously the Liverpool scheme itself has been running now for the last 7-8 years. The scheme is aimed at people who are trying to get back into health and to address some of the issues that you're seeing on the screens behind me, the billions of pounds that are spent every year trying to address obesity, ill health, coronary heart disease. And we all know that walking is the easiest way of doing it. The walks themselves are short, lead guided walks. Now I apologise to any ramblers or rangers out there. We are not going to be taking you out for 3 or 4 hours at a time with backpacks and rations and taking you out with tents up Helvellyn, okay? That isn't what we're about. We're trying to get people who perhaps do no activity or are sedentary groups or those looking to get back into health. So what we have in Liverpool, we have a series of 13 walks per week, daytimes, evenings and weekends. The walks themselves are no more than about 45 minutes to an hour and no more than about 2 miles in length. The walks are led by our volunteers. We have a bank of volunteers. We've actually trained over 250 volunteers in the 4 or 5 years that I've been involved in the scheme. But each walk has its own dedicated volunteer or bank of volunteers. Walkers are encouraged to walk entirely at their own pace, which is what I would ask you to do today. Walk entirely at your own pace, okay? If you like to walk quicker or slower, absolutely fine. We can cater for everyone. That's the whole idea about the scheme. Anyone can get on board. You'll have seen from the photographs that are flicking through on some of the walks, older people, younger people, we've even got mothers and babies. This scheme is available to anyone and everyone. That's the beauty of it. It's not elitist, it's not split out for certain groups, it's for everyone. And as you can see on some of the slides that are going past, we're talking about millions of people who are trying to access these schemes. Hence the reason the walks in Liverpool, for example, are trying to go across the board, daytimes, evenings and weekends, so hopefully there's one that can fit in for yourself. What we'll see today is that we've got 2 facets to the scheme. We have this regular programme, which is your come and try walks. Don't need to book a place, just turn up on the day, okay? All you need, sensible clothing and footwear. Okay, no high heels, short skirts. Gentlemen, please, no high heels and short skirts, okay? We don't recommend it. But basically, we're looking at trying to get people out and about. These ones, you pick up a leaflet, you like the look of the walks, you come along and you have a go. It's open to everyone. Now today's walk is a lot more specific. The second facet to our scheme is what I call bespoke walks. These are walks that we set up for individual groups who perhaps don't feel ready for this sort of walk. Perhaps they feel that for whatever reason they're a bit intimidated or they feel it's not for them. They've never exercised in their life and they want to be able to try something without feeling maybe out of place. So what we've done is, in partnership with Knowsley, is set up examples of this walk, which is purely what we call a cardiac rehab walk. I've got to say several thank yous, okay, because I may well run the scheme, but it's the day-to-day running by the likes of Jeanette, my secretary, the Knowsley Ranger Karen, who's at the back, or was at the back, she's nipped out to see our walkers, who have helped set this walk in place. It's a partnership between 3 or 4 groups. There's ourselves at Liverpool PCT. We've got Liverpool, Liverpool, Broad Green and Royal Hospitals, and we've also got Knowsley Borough Council. I spoke to one of our cardiac rehab nurses 5 years ago, a lady called Donna Williams, who's still a cardiac rehab nurse, about the scheme to see how we could implement it with cardiac rehab patients. She felt that it would be one of the easiest things for the rehab patients to do once they'd left the comfort, if you like, of rehab. You can imagine someone's going to hospital with a heart attack, stroke, maybe got angina, had a massive alteration to their life, a huge alteration. All of a sudden they're on the road to recovery, 2 or 3 months after having an operation, having physiotherapy. They then get to phase 4 and it's, well, off you go, thanks very much. They lose that structure to their life maybe. That's where we come in. This walk itself is aimed at rehab patients, to give them a way of keeping fit, to give them a way of hitting that 5 times a week of 30 minutes exercise, but it's also in the safety of an environment that's created just for them. The walk here at Corte is a lovely walk. It's only a small walk. We've got all the amenities and the facilities that the council mentioned earlier, fantastic scenery, we have the cafe, refreshments available. For the walkers from the cardiac rehab group, they're able to come here with people of their own ilk. We call them the zipper club, some of them. They're comparing scars. They've got scars on their arms, on their hearts, in their legs. They're all comparing scars. What have you had done and what have I had done? And I'll show you what I've got. But the nice thing is, they've all got a story to tell. And that is the one thing. All these figures mention, physical benefits. For myself, one of the biggest parts is the social and the mental benefits as well. Some of these people have seemingly thought they were fit and healthy. They've had a heart attack. All of a sudden, they've got a second chance of life. And everything goes out the window. Everything they'd previously known is gone out the window. So we're trying to give them, with this walk, the safety of knowing, well, you're walking with everyone around you that's in the same boat as you. 2 or 3 months ago, these people had a heart attack or have had a stroke. 2 or 3 years ago, some of our walkers are still here with us now. They don't come because they need the exercise as such, which of course they do, but they've created that social environment. They come here week in, week out because they enjoy the company. They've got people they feel safe with. And the physical benefits are fantastic. They will get that anyway, but they've got their own little social groups now. And even if the walk only lasts for 20 minutes, they'll still stay behind for half an hour, maybe an hour, to talk, to have a cup of tea, to build social networks. So it can't just purely be, it's a walk and off you go. It's everything else that goes with it. Now, we're very lucky. When I first muted this with Donna at Broad Green Hospital, we had to find a location. Broad Green, for those of you who aren't aware, is probably about 2 miles as the crow flies. I'm a Wiganer, by the way, so I'm a foreigner. It is about 2 miles for anyone who's local. It's about 2 miles as the crow flies to Broad Green Hospital. So Corte was the ideal place. It's a shorter walk, 20 minutes. It's got some fantastic facilities, as I mentioned, but all this couldn't have happened without Knowsley's say so. And thankfully, the councillors and the workers that we spoke to, the rangers, for example, said, yeah, we'll do this, we'll help you out. We are right on the border of Liverpool and Knowsley, so we've got a foot in both camps, okay? But what's the main priority is the benefactors. These are human beings, and whether they're on that side of the border or that side of the border, they still need help. And thankfully, the council and the PCT have been open to this, and we've been able to get a walk up that's benefiting people. What you're going to see today is a cracking group of people. We started out 4 years ago with the cardiac rehab walk, hoping to get 2 or 3. We got 6 on the first walk. Thumbs up, everyone's a winner. 4 years down the line, we're averaging 30, 25 to 30. But as I mentioned before, a lot of these walkers are our original walkers because they got the social support of the group that's around them. So on the walk itself, feel free to talk to the group, have a chat with them, how they feel, compare scars if you like, okay? And I can guarantee they'll win. They've got some cracking scars, okay? But the main thing is, it's sociable, you're talking. They're getting the benefit of the exercise and they know that. But they're developing partnerships. It may well be that you'll be able to lead some partnerships yourselves today, getting links with certain people, finding out the true life stories on the ground. We can all make decisions up here, but it's what's on the ground that matters, and I'm a big believer in talking to the group and finding out what they want. And you'll find today that what they want is to get healthy and get fit, yes, but for some of them it's that support network of having people around them that can help them every step of the way, if you pardon the pun. Okay? Now thanks for laughing at me jokes, I do apologise, some of them are blooming awful. But what I will say to you today is, we are literally about to leave in a second to do the walk itself. We are going to set this up as a walk. I hope you do. I do apologise to the mayor and the councillors. We're making no exceptions today. You are part of our group, okay? So what we'll do is we're going to try and give you the scenario about how a walk for health would look. So you've all arrived. You're all fresh out of rehab, okay? You're going to basically come along today. We'll give you 1 or 2 minutes if you want to change your shoes or take a quick comfort break. We're going to take you through to the car park. At the car park, we should hopefully have a group of our walkers currently there. Karen is, as we speak, taking a register. What we'd like to do is we'd like you to fill in the register. We'd like you to come outside. The walk should last about 20 minutes to half an hour maximum, okay? And then we're going to go inside for a nice cup of tea and some refreshments as well. As I said, please feel free to talk to the group, find out what stories they have. Again, as I say, once again, thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the walk. Thank you.